These first couple of minutes of the video is actually muted because I decided what I said doesn't really reflect what I now think about the action cam. I was criticizing it, and when I saw this beautiful picture, I was like, boy, everything I said was wrong.
I honestly just want to see a little bit. I want to see its motion because ultimately it's going to have stability control. I'm riding a Diamondback bike, by the way. I'll be doing the exact same thing, going back and forth. I want to see what stabilization will do to that on this camera. Let's see what this Carl Zeiss lens does when it looks straight into the sun, huh? What can it see? In fact, I've decided, let's go down the slightest bit more. What do you say we go back there a little bit? I did buy 2 mounts as well. So here's the bumpy part, huh? Stabilization is going to have to kick in here. Huh? Going to go even faster, so it's going to get even shakier. Huh? Let's see. Is your stabilization really going to be much better than Contour would do, or GoPro? The other thing I'm going to look at is the angle on this, because unlike the Contour, I can't use some laser alignment. In fact, I can't even adjust this thing. I can't turn it left or right. You're just going to have to trust that it's on straight. And as if that's not good enough, bad enough, the mounts don't all seem that promising. I'm about to lose my helmet. I always wear a helmet, but I'm going to make an exception in this one case. The other thing I've noticed is the noise on this. All this wind, it's going to be picked up by...
Now, it is worth mentioning, however, that all of this can be fixed using an equalizer in iMovie, so I honestly don't know why I'm complaining about the sound. In fact, the second shot that I took with this camera, I will use the equalizer to fix the second part of this video.
Unless by some miracle this picture actually came out good. I am using the headband mount right now. It doesn't hurt. And honestly feels better than the goggle mount of a Contour. So we'll see how this video's out. No more bumps. Over here. the speed going to be on this anyway? I already know that my original contour is good. B. Alright. And that's my first bike video with a head cam. I'll let you know how this turns out. Well, you've seen how it turns out actually. I wonder. This is my first actual video shot with it.
Now I know you heard the camera like banging around and everything, and it does that in the next video too. I'll figure out how to fix that.
Sony's new to the head cam game. So, with my new camera, I've decided to keep it because when I saw the video on this thing, and you can look at my shadow, it is adhesive mounted on the top of my bike camera. First time I've done a head mount. Hope this works out pretty good. By doing a head mount, I can really test this thing on that dirt path that you either just saw or I put up in a second video, I don't know. As far as the ski videos go, give me a couple weeks. Having issues with the iMovie, or I don't know, it could be the camera, my old camera. We'll see how this one fares. Haven't imported anything with it yet. Speed it up a little, shall we? So anyway, I gotta go nice and fast. Now that this thing is firmly fixed. Looks like the camera's still on straight. That's what I worry about. I mean, I have accidental coverage. And I just gotta say, the picture looked premium on this. Like, totally premium. Get down a little. So, what's it gonna be like when I really let loose on this dirt road? Here we go. This is shaking me. I have to say, when I looked at the stability, I've heard some places say that the contour has stability in it, but if it does, it's nowhere near the stability control this camera has. Now some of you may argue that skiing doesn't require as much stability, requires more stability control than this, so it's not a good comparison. I personally don't agree. Not only that, but when I watched back the video the last time, I didn't see any bumpy mess. I'm shaking. Some people will say. That's going to be an ultimate test right there. Going through the rocks. The cool thing about this is it's ultimately going to save you a battery saver, because as soon as you stop the recording, after 10 seconds, if it doesn't start recording again, it turns off on its own. Here we go again. It's not my leg strength, it's my arm strength. I haven't ridden a bike too much. I mean, based on the last 4 minutes video, the reason I silenced it was because it was all me saying how I don't think I'm going to keep the camera. But based on those 4 minutes, when I watched them back, I was like, holy moly, this is actually really good. It's actually come to the point where, honestly, I think this might be better than the contour. And I'm not going to bother trying them with GoPro when I found one that I really like. I need a bike tune-up. I have one more left on its warranty. I have to do it by this weekend, actually. see how it compares when I'm standing up. But I'm not just going to stay straight. No, I'm going to do what I would normally do and go up and down with my legs. They're going up the street. And it looks like the helmet cam is actually still on straight. I honestly didn't trust that. That would be my helmet's fault though. The adhesive hasn't broken yet. I didn't need to wear the stupid headband. See these? Well, I'm probably going to end up ordering a handlebar mount. Be trying that thing out. Let's switch back into high speed. The other thing was it really cuts down on wind. You have to fiddle with the audio because my voice stinks by default, but here we go with the speed. And to answer your question, no, there are not any jumps around my area for me to go off on the bike. There were last year, but they were torn down. Alright, let's see one more time around for good measure. Looks like it's still on straight. I can't believe this. Considering the 15 minutes it took to get it on straight. They're the one people in the neighborhood that don't have permission to be on YouTube, so. Let's see. Gonna have to prove this soon. Let's see how that looks. The other thing is the 170-degree view. And the other thing that really got me is, I know I said this had fisheye on it, but the fisheye is very minimal. Really, the four corners, they're barely noticeable. And honestly, it brings it from 120 to 170 so I get a bigger picture. You get a bigger picture. Alright. Motion. And alright, I'm going to have to check to see how that was. I gave this a fair time. I already know what contour works. Granted, there's a new one, but it's going to work pretty much the same way. But if this picture comes out as good or better as the last one did, the GoPro's going to have to wait. Alright, so now I just hit this button and turn off and stop the recording.